I think it's because there are some people who who feel and have experienced, I would imagine firsthand, some aspects of the enforcement and or reinforcement of the nuclear family in ways that was perhaps psychologically or maybe even physically harmful to them. So for example, the gay or lesbian person who gets excommunicated from their church, right? And why is that? Because the expectation is they're going to be heterosexual, they're going to marry, and they're going to reproduce, right? They're going to fulfill God's law or something like that, right? So I think that's part of it. I think other parts of it can be that you have just adults who are in gay and lesbian relationship, or perhaps they're bisexual, but they're in a same-sex relationship, and they're rejected by their family. They feel isolated from their peer group at work because everybody is sitting around, or at least pre-COVID, everybody was sitting around the water cooler talking about, you know, their spouses and before there was same-sex marriage was legalized, people might have not felt safe or comfortable or welcome to chime in with, oh, me and my wife, we did this, or me and my partner, we did this. And so people have felt harmed by this,
institution.
Yeah, the institute, right, because instead of like this idea of institutionalized versus systemic, so like the institutionalization of heterosexuality was that gay and lesbian people didn't have access to legal marriage, right? And so now it's legalized, so the institutionality is gone, but it's still pervasive systemically in the sense that it's socially, there's still a lot of people who don't accept same-sex marriage. They don't care that it's legal, they still don't accept it. And so there are some people who are going to say, well, that's okay. They're entitled to their opinions, their beliefs. I'm going to go get married. And I'm going to raise my family and I'm going to live my good life. And they're going to do what they do. But there are other people who are going to be really angry about the fact that their family doesn't accept them, or their church doesn't accept them, and or their temple or their mosque. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not just Christianity, right? And so let's just say that harm that they have maybe internalized, maybe that's a way to talk about it. They've internalized the harm. It's been so devastating to their life that instead of making the decision to go off and live their good life, their focus is, I'm going to tear down their lives. They've torn my life apart, so I'm going tit for tat. I'm going to tear down there. I'm going to de-emphasize the nuclear family. I'm going to call straight people breeders. That was real popular in the 90s, right? That's a way to humiliate and to you know, just sort of, you know, name call back. It's like, it's not very mature, but you can imagine that somebody who's been so harmed or has internalized a sense of harm might be a little immature, because developmentally maybe they have stalled because they've felt this onslaught. So it's not as if I don't understand, and I'm not capturing every reason why. I want to be clear with that. I just think that maybe those might be some of the more common or the more visible. You know, it's like when a national organization says, you know, dismantle the nuclear family, it might be because they adhere to a more like communal or communistic way of you know, breaking down the family in that way. There's a lot of different ways to look at it. There's a lot of different reasons why. But if I'm for progress, I'm for the kind of progress that builds up, strengthens, and fortifies. I'm not for the kind of progress that destroys, dismantles, deconstructs, and tears down.